monsters of the midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look at Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Better tougher for the snow, we still gon' break holes. If we win the point fit, we choosing to kick. Cause we got a defense that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth D's. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
Welcome to another episode of the Panda and Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Baron and Grant. How you feeling, guys?
Feeling great.
I'm okay. I'm all right.
My heart, I couldn't do it. I thought I was gonna leave. I didn't know if I was gonna be here today because these Bears are trying to get my heart to stop every single time at the end of the game. We are the cardiac Bears right now. We're pulling things out, rabbits out of hats. I've been very highly critical of Caleb Williams, but you know what? I gotta say, I've said for a long time that I like people that are winners. I like people that are winners. And as much as I think that he makes mistakes and he has a lot to learn and it's gonna take some time for us to get there, it seems like he's a winner, bro. He just seems like he's a winner. He figures out ways to win the game. So as much as I don't love what I see sometimes, hey, being a winner is most of the battle.
Right.
So, but I want to open up tonight. First, I'm going to say, what's up, True Pilgrim? Appreciate you being here. Bear down.
Yeah.
But I want to start off tonight, ask you guys a question. Was the fourth quarter enough for you to say the Bears are a contender for this division?
No, I don't think so, but I think we can actually make playoffs. I think we could make it as a 7 seed because
We're 60 now.
6 seed, 7-6 seed. You could actually make it because outside of us, we have the Packers, who's felt like we body swap each other. We are actually clutch during the last 5 minutes, and they just ruined it in the last 5 minutes. Fall apart. And they have good defense, but they have no offense, which is surprising. The Panthers, who are bipolar, I call bipolar team. You don't know what they're going to get. And the 49ers, who are injured like they always are. So I actually see we have a good chance. We can actually make it as a 6-7 seed.
Okay, so you don't think we're now a contender in the division to win the division?
To win the division,
we're tied.
I don't think so.
I'm saying we're tied. So let's know.
But we lost. Well, right now we're losing the battle. So I don't see us as contenders for winning division, but I could just be contenders for like 9-10 wins, which is actually perhaps one of the higher end of our ceiling.
Okay. All right, Grant, how you feel about it?
I would say for the fourth quarter, maybe not our fourth quarter, but Green Bay's fourth quarter could probably give us a chance to win the division because they played awful in the fourth quarter, basically the whole game. But in retrospect, we shouldn't have been in close with that in the game with the Giants. It shouldn't have allowed us to get to the fourth quarter. We had to make that comeback. So I think these next few games coming up is going to show us who we really are because we got Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Green Bay. Wait, was it Philadelphia, then Green Bay? That's going to show us right then and there if we're contenders or not in the division. We are 0-2 to start the year in our division. So we have some catching up to do. But we do have a legitimate shot. But Detroit's always going to be Detroit because they've been, even with the switch they made with Dan Campbell.
Now calling plays. He's doing a good ass job.
Good job. Scored 44 on the depleted Commanders defense. But I think we're still unhealthy on defense to the point where we could, if we get 10 wins and make the wild card, it's a win for us. As far as the division concerned, I don't think Detroit gives up the division like that too easy. it'd have to be a monumental effort for us to win that division. But we have a chance.
Yeah.
So, just for instance, what if this happens? I'll give you a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
So this week will be week 3 for Kyler Gordon being out, right? Going against Minnesota.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Week 4 is Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
Right.
What if I told you Jalen Johnson's back for Pittsburgh?
That changes everything.
That changes everything. That changes everything.
Wait a minute. Is TJ Edwards back by that time?
TJ Edwards might play this week.
Yeah,
that changes everything.
He's a linebacker. He's a linebacker.
So he broke his hand. He would have probably played with his hamstring. He broke his hand. He had surgery. That's the reason why he did it.
Pretty much, he can't catch.
He would have played with the club, though. He would have played with the club.
He broke his hand, so he hadn't gotten to that point where he healed. He probably could play this week. That's where we are. So the reason why I asked you this is because I don't know if you guys saw the post that Jalen Johnson did. He's saying that I'm out, indefinitely out. He said, nah, bro, that's not what's going on. And so you see him going through his drills, going through his rehab, trying to get back on the field. So if I told you in 2 weeks Jalen Johnson's back, we're going against Pittsburgh with Jalen Johnson, right? Then the next week Kyler Gordon's back. TJ Edwards is already coming back.
Yeah,
that changed your opinion about what's going on.
Yes. Actually, because we got a full defense. Probably take a couple weeks to get in order, but we actually have a secondary to actually hold on for the 3 seconds that is required.
If we get all those guys back for the Eagles game, because you said if Jalen comes back to Pittsburgh game, he come back the next week. If he gets everybody back for the Eagles game, we have a legitimate shot to not only beat the Eagles, but we can go on a run with the defense.
Wait. Look.
We have a chance. We have a legitimate chance.
Saquon Barkley, I don't want to even deal with that right now, guys. I don't want to deal with that. We can't stop the run. We can't do a lot of stuff. So let's just wait, okay? Let's just wait on that. But what I'm telling you is that
we just have like moments. Our defense has moments. They're bad, but they have moments. They can do
but
stuff.
we are talented. So what my point is, the reason why everyone's upset that we didn't get Asante Samuel Jr., which I wasn't upset about because. If I'm him, I know I only get 2 weeks.
I'm happy he's not.
Hold on. So he only gets 2 weeks, and 2 weeks to start, right? And then your number 1 corner comes back, and then by week 3, your number 2 corner comes back. So it's Asante Samuel who's coming off the street basically from injury, hasn't played football in a long time. Is he going to be better than Tyreek Stevenson? Is he better than Kyler Gordon? Is he better than Jalen Johnson?
Is he better than Gardner Johnson?
Yeah, CJ Gardner Johnson, he's going to probably play too. Like he's going to play.
Yeah.
So this leads to my next question, Brian. Mm-hmm. So let's say all those guys come back, right? Mm-hmm. What are you going to do with CJ Gardner Johnson? You got to keep him on the field.
Yeah, putting people on snap counts.
Okay.
Like we have two injured coming back corners. We can rotate.
Taking time. We have time now. The Seahawks
the Rams,
is the only team that scares me in the NFC. The Rams. The Rams is that team that I'm looking at them like
they dismantled the 49ers. Even though they were injured, they made it look easy out there.
It does. I think the Rams. I remember I told you I picked the Rams to go to the Super Bowl this year.
Yes, you did. Yeah. You did say that. You did.
Yeah.
They got Devontae Adams, the Kua.
Like their defense
is a lot of pressure.
They're making Emmanuel Forbes look like a serviceable starting corner.
It's weird. So yeah, but I think the Seahawks looks good. But I also know that Sam Darnold can always turn back into a pumpkin when the playoffs come. Yep. So I'm not. Yeah, but when you look at Matt Stafford, I feel like if he wins another Super Bowl, he's a Hall of Famer. Right now, he's a Hall of Very Good. He was dwindling away in Detroit for all those years. He wins the second Super Bowl. We talk about Hall of Famer Matt Stafford. He's that talented.
You think he's not a third ballot maybe now?
No, I think with one you don't have it. I think he needs another one. So, with all this being said, do I think we're contenders for the Super Bowl? No, I don't think we're there. I think we're a year probably out, a year and a half, maybe 2 years out from be that. Are we contender for the playoffs? 100%. Can we win this division? My answer is yes. because
Yes, we can.
of our injured defensive players are going to come back. Before we face all of our division people, we're going to have most of those guys back. So if we can win this week really means a lot, because we can go split with the Vikings, and before we play another individual team, we have our entire defense. I mean, TJ, Jalen, Kyler, we have all those guys. We could be a problem. We could be a real problem.
Yeah.
So, okay.
They don't have enough weapons. They have Devontae Adams. They have Puka Nacua. They have Kyron Williams. They have Mr. I don't know how he's in the league, but he's always in the league. He's somewhat good, sneaky good. Tyler Higbee. They have Parkinson, who's a good serviceable backup.
They got Jared.
I don't know if I don't think they're more talented than us. On offense, I don't know if they're talented.
They're not as talented. More talented.
But I think Matt Stafford is really good, and he makes that when you have a real quality quarterback. It does make it better.
A quality quarterback that's been around for a while.
I think they're going to be interesting. Okay, so I want to go over. Usually we go over PFF grades, but I actually want to go over snap counts. Okay, so on the defense, we had four players that had 100% of all the snaps. Can you name these guys?
Edmonds.
No. Edmonds is 93.
Said 100%. Tyreek Stevens.
Tyreek Stevens is number one. Yes, 100%.
Nashawn Wright.
Nashawn Wright has 99%. He missed one. I'm gonna play.
Brisker,
100% of snaps. Yes.
Byard,
100% of snaps. Yes.
What?
Can you figure out the other one? Montez is 71.
Javon Dexter.
No, he's at like 58%.
Noah
Sewell is the other player who has 100% of snaps, all 73 snaps. And the reason I bring that up is because now we're gonna look at the worst defensive PFF grades, right?
Yeah.
Who do you think had the worst PFF grade for defense?
Noah Sewell.
You could feel it. You could see it.
I'm not gonna lie.
He's not bad. No, look, guys, he's not bad. He doesn't diagnose as fast as TJ Edwards. So when you have a defense that really depends on that middle linebacker, he just doesn't do it quick enough.
His pass coverage is awful, though.
Oh,
that's true.
That's true.
And then that tackle on the boundary during the sideline that turned to be like a 40-yard.
You had him dead to right.
That was awful.
Right.
That was awful. Should have been a 3-5-yard loss, and it turned into a 40-something yard game.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so when we talk about worst defense, Grady Jarrett had a 41%. He only got a little bit better than Noah Sewell. Grady Jarrett had a terrible game.
Yeah, he didn't get no pressure.
Yeah, he got bullied.
Yeah, he got blown off the ball. You know, our new defensive end.
He looked terrible too.
Tryon Sharinka. Yeah, he
looked terrible.
He's
awful.
He's not good.
Well, he was. You know, he doesn't know this defense, and it was obvious that he didn't know where he was going yet.
Especially on those RPOs, he looked lost.
Yeah, he always get caught running at the quarterback.
But it's also because you don't understand. You're playing the way you're taught, right? So you haven't been in this defense to know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Because sometimes they tell you take the dive, right? Sometimes they tell you go to the quarterback. Sometimes it depends on the way you run your defense. That's what happens. If you're running like a veer, you have to have your defensive end. You're reading defensive end, so you need to know what you're going to do. So it's obvious that hasn't come through with him. So give him some time. He didn't have a lot of time to figure this out, and he had to play immediately. So give him some time. So I'm just saying.
But even though he played bad, at least you could tell. At least you could see motor. At least a motor.
He has some talent.
Yeah.
And honestly, he only played 22% of the snaps.
So he's still adjusting to the defense.
Exactly. He doesn't know the defense. So give him a break. Pump your brakes a little bit.
Yeah, coming over mid-season, that's a lot to learn a new defense, especially that you're not being in it. So they try to throw him out here to get his feet wet, stuff like that. So we'll give him some leeway on that.
Exactly. All right. The fourth worst, CJ Gardner-Johnson, 50.3.
Well, that's probably in coverage.
Exactly, in coverage. He had one of the most important plays putting his pressure. I think he led the team in tackles. He had 9 tackles. So he's done other things that are good. Our DBs are not great, but they're good enough. They make plays, and that matters. And when you punch the ball out, that's important too.
Yeah.
Okay. And our last, the last one on the top 5 is Tyreek Stevenson, 51.7. He's not having a good game.
He got burned.
Slayton, if he doesn't get hurt, I mean, he was tearing him up before he got hurt with the hamstring, so he was tearing him up.
And that leads me to my next point. How lucky were we that some these players started to get injured? What would happen if Jackson Dart was still in the game?
We lose that game.
But
double digits.
Because they did not know how to guard Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart was just doing what he wanted to do.
He's doing like, hey, I'm going QB power. Stop me.
Well, I mean, he threw for 242 yards, and he was out the last half of the last third of the quarter, or two-thirds of the quarter. And he was out with a concussion. But we knocked him out. So then that shouldn't be a thing that hurts us. That shouldn't hamper us. So I'm just saying, like, we knocked him out, but bringing Russell Wilson in off the bench without warming up, woo! Thank goodness. Russell, you look like the ghost of Russell, bro. You look like it's over. You look like you need to sit down.
Yeah. But there is a precedent, so it did happen. It does consistently happen with Jackson Dart. So I'm kind of worried a little because
that's what happens when when you're that physical and you're not that big, that thick. But he's athletic, and he was so athletic that he got his coach Brian Dable fired the next day.
Yeah.
So Brian Dable is no longer the head coach of the New York Giants. That's what happened. Okay, so now that's the defense. That's the Giants. Let's focus quickly on our offense. During the first 3 quarters, we were terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. And this is not going to be me blaming Caleb Williams in any way, shape, or form. He's not accurate. We know he doesn't put the ball in all the right places right now. There's a lot of times where he's doing his Houdini thing where he should have just stepped up and thrown or reset his feet and got the ball out. There's times where that shit happen, but he's still a second-year player.
Yeah.
So no matter what we say, he's still a second-year player. Yes, he should be able to reset and get the ball out. He's learning. And we know that's going to be something that he was not good at. He holds onto the ball with, that he wasn't good at in college.
Yeah.
But we cannot continue to drop balls.
We dropped 6 of them.
If we're being super harsh, we could say 8. We could say 8.
Okay, so I'm not gonna consider DJ Moore in the end zone. I'm not gonna say that's a drop.
I'm not gonna say that's a drop
because then you know what the reason was, because it was out of bounds, and also Caleb should have did his thing, should have pulled back and then got to reset his feet and threw the ball, a strike, because he was open the entire time crossing the thing. So he went to the last second, but he was running, so it was hard because he's not used to those things. But he will get better. Caleb will get better at that.
Yeah.
But if you're a receiver and the ball hits you in the hand,
it's catchable.
No, but that one is a key. That's a catchable ball. That's a touchdown. You got to make that catch. Can't catch it for him. You got to make the catch right there.
Yes.
He
they say they 3. It's 4. It's 4.
No, that one. So the worst one to me was the 2. The one on 3rd down
was not good.
The end was terrible. But the one on 3rd down when he was the out route, he dropped that. That was terrible. And then the one coming across the middle on that deep dig route, that was
perfect. That was perfect.
Perfect placement, perfect ball. Yeah. Can't catch it for him. That was awful. Mm-hmm. And you mean to tell me that, and like I said, we have this argument all the time, Brian. Baron, you agree with me on this one?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that you can't put Luther Burden on?
You can't. They're not the same player.
I get it.
This is just what it is. You cannot put him there. But what you do is, once again, you brought Luther Burden in, you knew this was going to be a problem because you got too many players that will play in the same time. That you could not get them on the field at the same time. They just doesn't work. You can't play the best. The best 11 just can't get on the field at the same time. You have to have someone that's going to be able to quickly do things in the slot. What you can do is put DJ Moore in the slot
and make him like an Amon-Ra type.
Exactly. And then so now you're looking at him and you're putting him in that position to be you're a starting receiver, but you're really my slot receiver. You put DJ Moore there, and then you move Luther Burden onto the outside. Because Luther Burden runs very nice routes, but they're not quick routes.
Right.
DJ
Moore,
you saw like
gigs, stop, comebacks, all that type of stuff. Flat.
He used to come back too. So when Gus comes toward the ball, when you see him come back towards the ball, he comes hard back towards the ball because I believe he believes in his hands 100% of the time. But that shows a lot. But once again, you can't have him out there all the time if you think he's going to be a slot. He's not a slot receiver.
Right.
He can play inside. He can play inside. He has the ability to play inside. He's not a slot receiver for this team. DJ Moore will have to be that slot receiver, and he moved Burden on the outside. DJ Moore does not want to be on the inside because he doesn't want to take all those hits. So I'm just saying you have some problems with that going. And when you bring them in, you can't have Colston Loveland in unless you bench Kmet. And as much as Colston Loveland is doing a great job at tight end, he's really playing the F. The Y is being played by Cole Kmet almost all the time. And because we have problems on left tackle, because Benedict is awful. He is awful. And Cole Kmet literally has to be there just to be able to hold on for him. There's times with Benedict, I'm like, what are you doing? I don't even know. Your feet are so awful right now. You're not going to be able to keep up with the guy. So Cole Kmet has to stay in. But putting Colston Loveland at the F, I understand why I drafted him. I really do. I look at him. He's good in motion. He's good in the backfield. He makes really good blocks out as a fullback. He does he seals off really well, and he can catch the ball.
No, his hands are amazing, man. That off structure play when Killer went outside the pocket to his left, who we said we can't throw on it when he goes to his left. He threw it behind Colston, and Colston grabbing like it was nothing. And I was just like, hey, where was this in the first half? Getting him involved in the offense. I mean, we have to find a way to get this guy some targets, man.
Well, I think they came out the gate and they said we got to get Roma Dunze touches.
Well, yeah, because his dad.
Because his dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah. It was like, come on, man. We don't get enough targets. You lead the team in targets by a lot. It's not even close. But whatever. They came out the gate trying to get him involved, not realizing Loveland probably opens up the game more for anyone else. DJ Moore and Lovely are the guys who open up the game. That's just what it is. DJ Moore was hurt immediately. Like
the shoulder injury. Yeah,
but he's tough. He's tough as crap. Yeah. I think his hand more than anything.
Question: should we rest him for a game sometime?
No.
Rest him a game.
You're in the stretch now. You're in the playoff
your
stretch.
Star player does not rest.
You're in the playoff.
If you want to play, then you let him play.
Yeah.
I think Roma Dunze might be more talented, but he drops the ball a lot more. I don't think he's ready to be the number one yet, even though that's what Caleb's going to treat him. I think the people are going to follow DJ a little bit more. No pun intended. So I think that you need to have him, and if he could play, he could play. You don't stop. You need that leadership. You need that toughness. You need that, and especially with Swift in and out a little bit. Who had 13 carries and had for 80 yards, but you can see that something's not right. He's going to run hard.
No, he doesn't have the zip. He doesn't have the zip.
But he's running the ball the right way. Eric Bieniemy is doing something right in that running.
Yeah, he's running between the tackles hard. Like it's not no stutter stepping like that. He is running through the tackles hard. So he's because Manunga's coming around, man. So I think he has to feel a little pressure on him because Manunga, when he runs the ball,
he's probably a better fit for an offense that's running through the tackles. Yeah, but DeAndre Swift is more talented, so it makes sense. I understand.
Yeah.
One more thing before we go to our next thing, and I'm just going to allude to this. When I watched the All-22, there was a lot of, we talked about the Luther Burden as a key is. It was some personnel structure I didn't like with the 12 personnel, 13 personnel, where they had Zacchaeus and they had Burden on the field together. And they had Roma Dunze and they had DJ Moore out of the game. Now, I don't know if it was because of injury with DJ, but I would just have some question marks with Ben Johnson on the personnel decisions as far as having them two on the field, because Zacchaeus, if he's on the field, if I'm a defender, he doesn't scare me with anything. You could sense it. He doesn't scare me. And I just think if you're going to put Burden on the field, you got to have at least one of those other guys on the field with him. Do you have any comments on having those two on the field together instead of having Rome and DJ?
I'll tell you this. If I was ranking our top 4 blocking receivers,
The key
Luther
is
Burden would be Luther Burden would be number one.
Yeah, Luther Burden can block.
He's the best blocking receiver we got right now. He's not selfish. He's a rookie. He knows he needs to block to get on the field. He's the best one. The key is throws his body out there. DJ Moore is a better blocker. But he throws his body out there. So if you're trying to run someone off quickly and you think he's going to block someone and someone's want to put their body on the line, I think the key is going to be the one that does that. Plus, you got to find time to get your guys rest.
Right.
So, I agree with you. I don't want them out the game ever. Ever. When we're talking about offensive snaps, I want those two to be the 2 100s. But knowing that they need the rest, I'm not going to hate on it. So real quick, I'm going to run through this really fast. On offense, Wright, Jackson, Benedict, Tooney, Dowman, 100%. Right?
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, 100%. The next person is Roma Dunze with 78%. After that is Cole Kmet at 66%. Then Colston Loveland at 62. DJ Moore 62, but he got a little injured. So he probably would have been a little higher, but he got a little injured. And then DeAndre Swift at 62. What we're saying is that Ben Johnson's trying to have multiple guys that could be part of this offense. Having multiple guys. So when you say that why they're on the field, it's probably because you want to keep them fresh.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and none of those guys besides Cole Kmet even play special teams. Okay. So, with that being said, real quick, I want to ask you guys who are the best offensive players graded by PFF?
Jonah Jackson.
Jonah Jackson was number one by far.
Dowman.
Drew Dowman was number 5, 72.2. Yes.
Darnell Wright.
Tooney was not there, but Tooney was right there, but he wasn't on top 5.
Darnell
was right there too, but he was not. Yeah, because there's some times Darnell
when
he does expect. Yeah, but when he does amazing plays, he makes some amazing plays.
When they went pure speed, they got around him.
Not even did you see what about Brian Burns?
Yeah, he tried to do a spin move and he got sat down.
And he got punched.
He also got him on Burns also got him on some inside moves too, like really bad. From watching all 22, he got him on some inside.
Well, I will say this: when you see a tackle and you're a tackle and you see a guy go to inside, you try to watch him down, and the running back can't read it. It looks bad. Yeah. But imagine if the running back read it.
Yeah.
What if he took it to the outside?
Yeah.
Just saying. So that's why he didn't get graded that poorly. But who's number 2? You said.
Odunze.
Roma Dunze was number 4. Yes. 73.6.
Loveland.
No.
Luther Burden.
Luther Burden was number 3.
Yeah.
78.9. He's starting to starting to believe in him a little bit. Still missing the number 2 guy.
Matt.
Probably the most prolific guy, probably the most well-known guy on our team.
Caleb
Williams had an 81.1, guys. So once again, there's times where he's not on time. He's not resetting. He's not getting the ball on time. But he's playing better every week.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to call him better, to say he's better than Jordan Love. I'm not ready there. I'm not there yet. I'm saying that he's getting better. And Jordan might not be getting better. In the year, next year, this same time, could we be saying Caleb Williams is the best quarterback in the division? Maybe. And remember, I'm not the guy who wants him. But I see. I have 2 eyes. I see him getting better. I see why he's off on some things. I see why his feet aren't great, but I can see him getting better a little bit every time. And at the end of the game, no matter what you say, he won the game.
Yeah.
Okay. So, talk about the games, talk about the Giants. That was a fun game. We found a way to come back. Winning teams find a way to win. That's an important thing to know. Winning teams know how to win. What do we think about next week's game? Going against Minnesota. What are your thoughts?
Redemption time. But
don't collapse and redeem yourself. Because you had the game. You had the game won. You were better than them. You were better than them.
It's gonna be interesting to see because the last 2 teams we played, their defense were awful. So now with Minnesota, who was a tough defense to really dissect and all that stuff. Can Caleb and them and company come up with a game plan, a proper game plan to score some points on this defense? Because if they can find the weak spots in their defense, then that shows the development with Caleb. But Caleb, like I said, the main thing with his development with me is that, okay, he's good against bad defenses. But when he comes against the cream of the crop, like when Philly comes up in Green Bay, and then you got Minnesota with their tough defense to really dissect, can you be that guy that we drafted you for? That's when it was showing me that he's the guy. If he comes up and comes out and shows everybody where they drafted me number 1 overall, is playing against defenses like this, who lost to in week 1, who you shouldn't have lost to. And then you're facing another quarterback in your same class who basically outplayed you in week 1. So this is going to be.
Did he really?
He
No,
had a better.
Or did he just did he have the better fourth quarter?
He had a better second half than Caleb did. Fourth quarter.
Second half, he didn't do nothing until the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, yeah. His clutch gene just came into life. But I just think if he can just come and just make this figure this defense out and play his game, then hey, like I said, we got a chance at any game, no matter who we play. So that's going to be the key thing with him.
Okay, what you got, Baron?
Yeah, my big thing is we were up. We were up by 10 points. And we gave it up.
Mm-hmm.
What could we do that could, like, when we get up, don't do some of the stuff that would change momentum. Don't do anything that would give the opponent life. I want to actually win the game in all 4 quarters, not win it like first and fourth or win it third and fourth. I want to see a complete game where we clearly show that we're better than this team.
Okay. So the Bears were up 17-6 going to the fourth quarter. Game 1. The defense was not dominating. Our defense was doing good. Their defense wasn't killing us. I don't know. So True Pilgrim says Ben needs to call a better game. I thought that he called a decent game. I think he took his foot off the gas pedal in the second half. And I thought that was.
Are you saying this past week, or are you saying this past week, or the Minnesota game?
No, the Minnesota.
I think against Minnesota. Against Minnesota, I think he could have called a better game in the second half. I think I can agree with that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was the first game of the season. Being there live, you could see there was a lot of things that teams with new schemes come into. A lot of missed blocks, missed assignments, overthrows, miscommunication. All that stuff went down in that game. That people thought he was going to come out the gate blazing, scoring 50. That wasn't going to happen. Everybody knew that this is a young quarterback come with a new scheme. Also this past week too. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Ben is still learning on the job as well, because he's not just the offensive coordinator, he's a head coach now. So I think that comes to play also. But there was some plays that I saw, like that fourth down when he had Swift. I don't know if he tried to Swift come on a.
No, it worked. It worked.
I think Darnell Wright slipped. That's what happened. I think Darnell Wright he slipped,
Mm-hmm.
and I think somebody else missed the block because he could have broke that up for a big game.
Yeah, you mean the jet sweep on third down?
Yes, one of those. Yeah, that wasn't a bad play call.
It just blew up. It just blew up.
Yeah.
I think when you try to be creative with your play calling, a lot of times, and you're really depending on everyone doing their job, and not everyone on this line can do their job. And it is slicky, and it is weather, and it is cold. So I think sometimes you want someone to call a play that the team's not ready for. Once again, we talk about Caleb, right? Singing his praises. Is he the most accurate quarterback? Does he read the field the best? No, not yet. Not yet. But you do want to call play. You do want to call more runs in a Ben Johnson offense. You should be running the ball a lot more.
They want to run the ball.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have Caleb having to run around and do all this stuff. So I kind of understand where True Pilgrim was coming from.
Because at beginning, look, I understand. Caleb played well in the first quarter. You probably relied on him too much. You relied on him too much. He got away from the run game, and it kind of got you caught up a couple times in the first quarter.
Bears are the best when they run the ball. When they run the ball and they play action and let the game come to him. Don't rely on him, but let the game come to him. But you have a lot of talent for people that outside that can catch the ball. So you want to use him to get them the ball. So it's hard to balance. So I'm not against what True Pilgrim is saying at all. I think when you look at that Minnesota, they're going to blitz. I think our offensive line is better than it was. I worry about Theo Benedict. I worry about Theo Benedict, man. I don't at him at left tackle. Like you almost have to keep Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet has to almost play 100% of the game because you need an extra lineman on that side.
So you ain't got him running routes like that anymore because he has.
You literally can't. You have to almost max protect
or chip. He has to chip somebody before he go out to the flat. You got to chip.
Theo's not. His feet are not great. His feet are not great, and that's the thing that bothers me. But running the ball, he's decent, and he's a good puller. So you can win with him, but it's hard to block. That side is always going to be
like he's only good at run. He's only good at run stuff. He's only good at run stuff.
Well, that's why you can see Caleb got happy feet back there because as soon as he feels some type of wind or he already thinks somebody's after him from the left side because he's like, oh, damn,
it must be Theo.
I'm already feeling it. So.
It's like, he means he has a good least sense, good.
Well, but you can't continue to do that because you have to be able to trust in your line and get the ball out of your hand. So both are Theo Benedict is on a bottom 5 for grades, and you know who's right next to him?
Zacchaeus.
Isaac Trapillo.
Really?
Really? Did he play that much? He
played on the right side. He was the extra tackle. 13 personnel, right?
We're not, but the point is, we're not going to take Benedict out, right?
Yeah, you can't because Ozzy, if he's struggling,
Ozzy's not ready. He's not a left tackle. He's not a left tackle. That's just what it is. You should have drafted left tackle. You drafted a guy who's a right tackle. It is what it is.
Brian never will live that down, man. We should have drafted.
Drives me nuts every time I think about it. What do you think Minnesota's going to do? JJ has been very interesting. I don't know if you guys have been keeping your eye on him.
He is a ticking time bomb.
Oh, his signature. I'm going right. I'm going back the other side. Please don't throw a pick.
Let him throw a pick. What are we talking about? Let him throw a pick.
No, when I was watching Michigan,
it's the Michigan fan in Barron, man.
What are you talking about? We want him to throw that pick. Yes, I want you to go one side, throw across the body. Yeah, go ahead, do it.
So every single game, he has that. When I watched him, when Michigan, he has that one. He always does that one play, and every time I was watching him at Michigan, I pray that he doesn't get picked.
Okay,
he will do it multiple times in this game.
Okay, but I don't want to talk about Michigan. I want to talk about Minnesota. Okay,
take advantage.
So I think with him, the main thing that you want to, from the Bears defense, Dennis Allen, and we've been terrible at it this year. You got to shut down the arch nemesis, Aaron Jones. That I think if they get him going, it's going to open up a lot of play action opportunities for JJ McCarthy. It's going to pick us apart. So I think if we just shut down Aaron Jones, that'll eliminate a lot of the stuff that they're going to try to allow JJ to do within the pocket. Aaron Jones, when he comes to us, he starts licking his chops when it comes to the Bears. So
yeah. How many times do you think they ran the ball last week?
Not that many. I don't think not that many.
Because I don't know what. Because Kevin O'Connell seems to love the pass, even in third and short, where it's prime run time, he always throws.
Well, because you have Jordan Jefferson on your team.
Yeah, Justin. Yep, Jordan
Jefferson. I'm saying Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. Justin Jefferson. So Justin Jefferson had 12 targets. Jordan Addison had 11 targets.
And
Naylor had 6.
The one thing I'm kind of nervous about too is I don't know if you remember a couple weeks ago when Jaquan Brisker said in the media that Justin Jefferson was crying, that he was not getting the ball. He was crying on the field and tears were coming out of his eyes and all this type of stuff. So they might try to force feed Justin Jefferson the ball.
No, that's why they lost. That's why they lost that game last week. They were trying to force feed him all the time. Two of the picks were pretty much him force feeding him.
Yeah. But when you got a rookie quarterback, you're going to rely on your best target. You're going to rely to make him comfortable. He has weapons too, just like Caleb did. He has Hawkinson. He has Jordan Addison. He has Jettis. He has a good running
Naylor. Jalen Naylor has the best game.
Naylor's coming along.
Yeah.
So, like I said,
the thing is, practically, sometimes you like just on third and short, you shouldn't be throwing a 30-yard pass to Justin Jefferson. You should be throwing like
I'll
a
take it.
10-yard
If he
pass.
does it against us, I'll take it.
O'Connell did a
Mason
better
Wright's not on.
job calling in some of these places. He did check down a lot to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones had multiple targets. I think he had 6 targets. I want to say it was only 3 catches, but he had 6 targets. So like he was trying to check down. So these are things we're going to try to get them to do. We're going to try to get them to overthrow because when you look at the percentage, JJ McCarthy was 20 of 42.
Jesus.
So you want them to overthrow. You want to make sure you're playing your defense. You want to hope that our DBs are up to snuff, and you want to hope that TJ Edwards is on the field. Those things all matter. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just saying, there's ways to win, and the cherry on top, guys. You do realize if we beat Minnesota right here, they're 4-6.
They're out.
We'll be 7-3.
They'll be out.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much all she wrote. If we can win against Minnesota this week, that's pretty much it. We're good.
That's a very winnable game.
We're out of the basement. We're out of the basement.
That's a very winnable game.
We're already out of the basement, dude. We're already. We're number one. We're tied for the first place right now.
Yeah.
Out, guaranteed out of the basement. Like not coming back. You're not coming back.
And they flexed the game also. They flexed it.
Yes,
So
they
now they got Burkhardt and they got Brady calling the game. So it's gonna be some. All eyes are starting to come on the Bears. Everybody wants to know what's going on with the Bears, man. So hopefully we can put on a show and just keep this thing rolling. Because like I said, it doesn't get any easier after this game. Got Pittsburgh coming up. Got the Eagles.
I think you can beat Pittsburgh.
I think
you can win this week. You can beat Pittsburgh.
Because Aaron Rodgers officially feels old. He feels old.
You know what I want? I want Aaron Rodgers to play against the Bears. I want someone to end Aaron Rodgers' career. Yeah, I said it. I said it.
So much hatred, man.
I hate him a little bit. Yes,
I hate
the hate in my heart.
I
I told you that hate in my heart is real. It's not gonna go away. Like I'm hoping that he tries to do a bootleg and Austin Booker is like right there and like slaps him. Corey Wooden somebody.
Yeah, like he did Brett Favre.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what Corey Wooden people is. He's just in his career right there. I want that to happen. But before we get there, because we'll get all that hate will come next week. All that hate, because I have it stored up for so much because he says he owns us. I cannot wait to just unleash everything I have to say to Aaron Rodgers. But let's focus on the task at hand. Let's make sure we get this Minnesota game. We cannot go 0-3 in this division. This is a big, big game. It's our chance to get, we go 1-2, but 7-3 overall. It's huge.
We will look like an actual playoff team.
Because don't let us, don't let us down the line. But if we can beat Green Bay and get back on Detroit, then it looking a whole lot better.
Mm-hmm. And if our defense gets healthy, we knew our offense was going to take some time to develop. If our defense gets healthy,
look out!
Watch out, man.
Yeah. Wait, the offense the last couple of weeks looks a lot more cohesive and consistent.
Well, I think it's because you're getting the right guys involved. I mean, people was talking about how Loveland was a bust and all this. Why did we draft him and all this stuff? But Caleb wasn't looking his way, and we were talking about how he's not able to for some reason he could hit Rome, but he can't throw to Loveland, DJ Moore, Burton. We were talking about that. Once he started throwing to Loveland, that Cincinnati game showed Caleb like, damn. Wait, we got a number 10 overall pick. I forgot about that. We have that. He can catch. So I think just him realizing
that's consistently.
Right. Not
Zacchaeus.
OZ.
Not Zacchaeus.
Yeah.
Not Zacchaeus.
But I wanted to ask you too, Brian. Do you think there's a chance that Jalen can possibly come back for the Pittsburgh game, or just hypothetically speaking?
So, okay, first I want to read what Mark Gomez says.
Okay. You do. I said it. I've said this. I've said it.
They don't play the same thing. Luther's going to have to be on the outside. You're going to have to put. What you could also do is if you want to pull DJ Moore out and you put Colston Loveland at the slot because he played X a lot. He played X, F, and Y a lot this past week. So like you could do that, put Luther, but you have to take DJ Moore out. Olamide Zacchaeus is not the same as Luther Burden. You put him in for different reasons, and that's why I'm saying it's not one for one. You don't think I'm taking one out just because they're receiver. They're not the same. They're built differently.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, talent. It's not just about talent. Sometimes it's about fit. But I do think Lucid Burden needs to get on the damn field. We have to figure out a way for Lucid Burden to get on the field, no matter who it is. Oh man, I don't care if we got to take out, Rome. I don't care if we got to take out DJ. I don't care. We got to get him on the field to see what he can do.
You could see we can see when he catches the ball well and he fights for a lot of extra yards.
Even though I was very worried about him fumbling.
Yeah, I was too. I'm like, get down, get down.
Don't look. I like your charging through him, but please don't. There's a guy behind you.
Once he got through the split, I'm like, okay, we good. We're good. When he first initially hit the split, I'm like, no, they're gonna try to rip that out.
Yeah, I was worried, but I think he needs to play. I think he's earning respect. I think he's blocking. I think he needs to play. I just don't think he needs to. He can't take Olamide Zaccheaus. You need to change the play call if you want him in the game. He's the guy to be different.
But he did do it a couple of times when he had Luther, DJ,
but it wasn't quick routes. It was like seams. It was post. It's not like a quick hitch.
It's true verticals.
Yeah, post and then digs and stuff like that.
Exactly. So if you're outward breaking routes that are longer developing routes, that makes sense. But if it's a quick hitter, it's not the same.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So what you were saying about Jalen?
So what I'm saying is when Jalen's posting, I'm on my way back. Okay. Watch out next week if he comes off IR. We all saw the post. You saw him. I know for a fact he's been backpedaling. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can he be in football shape?
I don't think so.
It's gonna take some time, right?
Yeah.
So the earliest I think you see Jalen is Pittsburgh. I really believe it's the week after that. You definitely will see him. I think 3 weeks and Jalen's back on the field.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I think 3 weeks we see Jalen back on the field. Mark says, any chance we get TJ back? Sewell had a rough game.
He will be back.
Man. He will be back.
So remember,
we need him back.
They said his hamstring, but really what happened was he had surgery on his hand, that broken hand. He's going to have a club. I believe we will see TJ back with this game. Yeah. And he's a tackling machine. I believe it so much. We're going to get into the waiver wire. I picked up TJ Edwards while we were in the car today. I was like, let me get TJ Edwards. Go ahead and throw that in real quick. So yep. I do believe we're going to see that. And I think he's the heart and soul of our defense. There are other good players, but they're only allowed to be good because TJ Edwards does all the dirty work. He makes all the tackles. He allows us to have Tremaine Edmonds make sense. Tremaine Edmonds could do all these other things because TJ Edwards does all the hard stuff. Sewell will play better against the Vikings. I think Sewell needs to play the other position. I think he's the third linebacker. He plays better.
Like Sam?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I guess because the will will be more Tremaine. So yeah, he needs to play the third linebacker, and this defense is kind of weird.
This defense
is a hybrid.
Yeah, you don't know. You may get a 3-4. You may get a 3-4-4-3 mix.
Yeah, so it's a very mixed. So it's hard for me to say which one it is.
Terrell Edmonds comes down to be the edge rusher.
But Tremaine Edmonds is actually better against tight ends.
Yeah,
he's actually better against tight ends. So like when you're going, these guys are going from routes. He's a better defender. He's long. Yeah. That's why he gets the interception.
Like he's built like a tight end.
Yeah, so he's long, he's strong, he's powerful. I think that he's better against those type of things. I think even TJ Edwards is not the best against, but TJ Edwards makes all the plays. I do believe Sewell will play. I think he's earned his way onto the field. It's hard putting him as the main guy making all the tackles. That's all. But you're gonna need him, especially if the Vikings are starting to run the ball. Let's say you're playing nickel too much, and they just say no, we're gonna hand the ball to Aaron Jones. We're gonna start handing the ball to someone else, to Mason. Then I could see that being a problem. Yeah. So then Sewell will have to be in the game. You're not going. Your base defense, Sewell is going to be starting. You go nickel, that's when he's not.
Got CJ Gardner.
That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. But yeah, okay. So, what are your guys' predictions for this game? Give me score prediction.
27-21. That's what for the Bears. That's what I
That's you,
think.
Grant.
Oh, 2017. I think it's going to be a defensive game, surprisingly. It may be a defensive game. But I also think down the stretch, fourth quarter, someone's going to make a field goal, and I think it's going to be Cairo Santos from 46 yards out in the dome.
We're pushing it. We're pushing it.
That's what I'm thinking. So
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 23-17 Bears. Ask me how that happened.
Block field goal.
Caleb Williams throws a touchdown to win the game.
no
field goal
overtime.
needed. No overtime. No, just to win the game. No extra point needed.
Oh, with like 0 seconds left on the clock.
0 seconds left on the clock. 23-17 Bears.
Yeah.
Marcus says 24-21 Bears. I like it.
Oh yeah.
Like
Speaking of special teams, yeah, I'm kind of out on Duvernay when it comes to Duvernay returning. I'm out.
I'll take Duvernay. He's either fumbled, knock on wood. But
you just caused it right there. We got 21-14 Bears. I like that one too. I also wouldn't mind if anyone wanted to say 27-24 Bears, because we do what the Vikings did back to them. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. But I still say 23-17, last second touchdown. I'm gonna go to Luther Burden. To Luther Burden for a touchdown at the end of the game.
That'd be nice. Do we still have Jake Booty on our practice squad?
Yep.
Yeah, we need to hold on to him too, because I don't know about Cairo Santos is a problem.
Make that switch.
No, I mean, he's been your best player for a while, and I don't know if you get rid of him that fast, but he is a kicker, and that happens a lot. Okay.
I mean, like we saw like the Falcons literally changing like coffee filters. They got like 4 this year already.
All right. We're gonna go real quick. We're gonna go through this waiver wire breakdown. Now, dude, I told you, Grant, I'm killing it this year. I am killing it. I scored over 700 points in one of my leagues. Like I scored in the other league 212 points. I told you guys about Alec Pierce last week. Remember I said Alec Pierce, he's gonna have a good game? Guess what he did?
No, he has this weekly bomb. The weekly bomb.
Dude, I'm telling you, Alec Pierce ended up having a great game. I told you about it. You should have picked him up. But if you didn't, it's all right. We have some other picks for this week. All right, I'm going to start backwards. I'm going to go quarterbacks this week.
I already know. Tyler Show, New Orleans.
Oh, shuck.
Tyler Show's interesting. I'm going to still add Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett is still only 29% on. He's still only 29% on. I look at that. He just looks impressive. Arizona, with him leading, looks impressive. So I'm still there with him. But
you're not on the Tyler. You're not on the Tyler Show train, then, right?
No, he lucked out. You play the Panthers. You played a bipolar team, and you caught him on a bad day, on one of their bad bipolar days.
I think he could be decent, but I think he's better than Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
But what is that really saying?
Much.
They don't say much.
Yeah,
you couldn't really beat him out until like halfway through the season.
So I'm not sure right now, but I still rather go with Flacco too. Flacco will be my second one. If Flacco's still available, I still think Flacco could be that guy. So those are my two for quarterbacks.
Do you think the Bengals will make the playoffs?
No, I think honestly, I think know this is weird. And this is sorry. I think Baltimore makes the playoffs, and I think Baltimore wins the division.
Yep, I understand. I can see that.
And I think Pittsburgh piddles down their leg, and it's the first season they don't go 500. I think they go 89. After being way up, I think they go 89.
Because of Aaron Rodgers, blame Aaron Rodgers.
I'm all for it. Blame Aaron Rodgers. All right, running backs. Of course, DeMarcado has been on my team. I think though has less snaps than Bam Knight, I just believe DeMarcado is the more explosive player. I think he can catch the ball better. He can run the ball better. I think that especially when you're looking for running backs right now, it's hard. It's hard. And DeMarcado is still only 37% owned. I think DeMarcado is a very good pickup this week.
Marks,
from Houston?
Marks from Houston?
Well, Marks is not available.
Oh, he's not available. Damn.
Well, Marks is gone 100%. Like he's on someone's team. All right, but my next one is Tajay Spears. I've been talking about Tajay Spears. He's still only 36% owned. You could probably grab him in your league. He's available, guys. I think there's someone that you should look into. But my next one is Sean Tucker. Do you know who Sean Tucker is?
Yep.
Not the one who must die. Sean Tucker. Tampa Bay. For Tampa Bay. Rashad White has been, I think it was, he had 3.7 yards per carry first, which is like terrible, and then 1.3 yards per contact. As it's been going, though, the further we go, Sean Tucker's been getting a bigger part of the carries. He is. I mean, in the end zone, he's getting the ball way more than Rashad White.
Yeah,
I think when you're looking at someone who could be, if you're really looking for someone that might pop off this week, I think Sean Tucker might be that guy. Especially with that Tampa Bay offense, I think Sean Tucker might be someone I'll be looking into. So that's my guys. Okay, wide receivers. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told you last week. Alec Pierce is that dude. You need to go get Alec Pierce. He's gonna win you a week. Just watch.
Yep.
You're gonna be sitting there like, oh man, I should have grabbed. No, grab him now. He's gonna get you a touchdown. He's gonna probably get you 80 yards. He's averaging. So Tyler Warren is getting the most targets, right? The second most targets on that team is Alec Pierce.
Yeah.
Not Michael Pittman Jr. It's Alec Pierce. He's still only 43% owned. You need to go grab him. Okay. Wide receivers. I'm gonna go. I also said the same thing. Basically, I'm gonna say the same thing I said last week. I like Troy Franklin.
Even though he has Bo Nix as a quarterback.
Bo Nix, I know you're talking about Bo Nix, but Bo Nix is a regular quarterback with an average arm.
Yeah,
that's what he does, and he's gonna get you to get the ball. He's pretty accurate. He's not this great leader, but he's pretty accurate. So that Bo Nix is not a problem. But I think when you're really looking for someone, I think that could be a very good find. Then I'm gonna go Tez Johnson. Because Ibuka is the dude, right? But Ibuka is so good, he's getting doubled and triple team.
And Mike Evans ain't coming back, and Chris
Godwin's not coming through that door. Tez Johnson's the next guy up. He's only 32% owned. You need a wide receiver this week? Tez Johnson's that dude.
Give me a slot.
What about Parker Washington from Jacksonville?
Parker Washington's very interesting from Jacksonville. He's 41%. He's a little bit more owned, but he's a very good one. With BTJ with the high ankle sprain, I think that Parker Washington could be a very good play this week.
And then Travis Hunter's out for the year.
And Travis Hunter, we know he had surgery on his LCL.
Yeah,
LCL, I think it was. So he's out for the year. But when BTJ, who's their true number one, is out nursing that high ankle sprain, which might be 2 to 3 weeks. Jacoby Myers is there, but it's on his first week. Parker Washington's probably going to get the majority of the targets. So Parker Washington's a very good pickup. I agree. And if you're really deep, Luther Burden might be a good one too, guys. Because I already told you I think he's going to win that game-winning touch. I think Luther Burden's that dude. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll actually trust Burden over Washington because even though as inconsistent Caleb is, I know he at least be a good quarterback. I'm done with. I'm done.
Trevor T-Law T-Law is never going to be what you thought he was going to be, but he's not terrible. He's not terrible. He's just not worth the money.
He's Andy Dalton. He's
Andy
Dalton now.
That's about right. The Red Rocket is still out there in Carolina, still rocketing stuff. It's okay. It could be worse things.
Yeah, people's feet.
Jermichael Russell could be worse. You can have much worse things. All right, tight end. Well, we talk about Tyler Show, right? So there's no doubt that Juwan Johnson should be that guy, right? He should be looking young quarterback. He's like a young quarterback looking for his tight end that he's used to playing against. Playing with?
Young in quotes.
100%.
Young in
That's
quotes.
what you need to do.
Young in quotes.
Look,
Young in
young compared to 30. All right. Young compared to me. With that being said, I want to go Coastal Loveland still if he's available in your league, which I'm surprised he's still available in 46% of your leagues. Coastal Loveland needs to be that dude. You need to be grabbing him as many times as you can because I think that he is going to be a bigger part of our offense, honestly.
Yeah.
So, but that's what I got so far for our waiver wire pickups. It's been working for us, guys. It's been working a lot. If you have Tyler Algier, just want to let you guys know. Tyler Algier, it looks like he's right now getting the goal line touches.
He is stealing. He is practically stealing.
He's getting
he's getting 8 touches and half of them are pretty much still stolen. Or half of them.
I mean, the last 2 weeks he's had 10 and 11 touches. And he's had 4 red zone touches.
And all
that
of them
screams touchdown vulture. It screams it, right? And he's talented. He's gonna, if he ever leaves Atlanta, he's gonna go be a starting running back somewhere. Algier for me in a keeper league or in a dynasty league is someone I will hold on to because I think as soon as he goes somewhere else, he's gonna be a starting running back.
I beg if you please stop doing it. Please stop doing it.
Because you want to be John. I got a question for you guys before we get out of here. What do you think about Daniel Jones? Is he turning back into old Daniel Jones?
Yep. The derpy.
I knew it was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time. So now we start to see the real Daniel Jones show up sooner rather than later.
But
you know what it reminds me of? You guys seen the first Space Jam?
Yeah.
You know, at halftime, they're like, hey, coach, I need someone with that secret stuff. Like, you need that Michael Secret stuff. I feel like that's what it is. Like, he needs that
just regular water.
Stuff. Yeah.
Regular water. You know what the secret stuff is? You have that guy behind you. Give him the ball. Give him the ball.
Jonathan Taylor. That's the secret stuff right there.
There goes that man. Yep. That's the MVP. He should be the MVP. He has more touchdowns than they did all last year. Like, the man, he has the most touchdowns from a running back in Colts history. How old is Jonathan Taylor, guys?
29.
20. How much?
8.
26.
27.
26 years old. He's 26 years old.
Oh, he just turned 26, right?
No, I mean, I think he turns 27 next year or early next year. But he's 26 years old. Jonathan Taylor is young.
Why isn't he feel young? Why is he?
And a second round pick, guys. Just saying.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right. Well, had a lot of fun with you guys. We already passed our hour up. We already had our waiver wire stuff. We talked about the Bears. We gave our scores. You guys gave your scores. I'm going to start writing these things down. I'll let you know how we did. We'll come back here next Tuesday. Same Bear time, same Bear channel. Having fun. And we'll talk about another Bears win then. Till then, we'll see you a little bit later. Peace.
Peace.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive.